All right, we're kind of a mess because I've taken on a project for my Sunday. Fern. I wanted to make up more floor space because that because Pee-wee. I found myself the way it was set up. He was kind of in the way, so I would not do things in order to not disturb him and things like that. So before I had some of my boxes stored back here in the corner, and over time it just started getting piled up more and more, and it was harder to get to them. Like if I wanted to get a box of hats that was back there to list, it was just a task to get it out. So eliminated that. Going to go back, and now that I'm making more floor space, I can put longer boxes back on the bottom. So I can put all these big long boxes back into these cubes, get them stored away, get the smaller boxes out of there because they're not space efficient, if you will. Ooh, stomach growling. So that's what I'm working on. I would like to get a big fat shelf up there over my, if I'm looking at the camera, it's right there. If I'm looking not at the camera, my foot's there. So right there above that white sheet. So I could put a bunch of just display stuff on there because if I was able to do that, I could open up some more of these cubes. I could get my shoes displayed up there and some of my fun stuff. And then I could use those cubes for boxes also. Go back to that. So, I'm not going to do that today, but I'm going to look into that as a next step because there's just a lot of wasted space up there that I can utilize for my personal displaying stuff. I would like to get my new Atari stuff down and get it hooked up to this TV. So my goal is, since I've kind of condensed this all again, moving my desk forward, squeezing the TVs together. I had a question on what's with the train videos all the time. I see them but never asked. And for me, it's as I responded to them, it's a virtual window for me. I spend a lot of time in here, so it's nice to have a virtual window, even though I do have, this window where I can see the squirrels running the fence to get into the walnut tree or whatever when 'tis the season for that. See a neighbor dog run out in the yard. But for a nice, mental relaxation thing, you don't feel like you're as cooped up in a room because you feel like you're seeing something that you wouldn't normally see, almost like a travel video thing. So that's the reasoning behind that. So I lifted the speakers up off the floor to give me more floor space, since I had enough counter space to use. And of course, it's a lot better for me just since I stand to work. It's right here in front of me. So I can hear the music better. So, and then it's not so in the dog's face. Also, being he's epileptic, noises can cause a seizure. I don't have any evidence that his are caused by sound yet, but it's a nice way to get it straight out of their face and put it straight into my face. And then it don't even have to be as loud. So that's another way to kind of keep the volume down just in case, to help him also. So the goal is to get these boxes up on these shelves. I'm going to use these closing containers for the carry down up and down the stairs when I'm drafting, take the pictures, throw it in the box. Then I can stack them up if I need to, just stack them up here or out in the hallway until I take them downstairs and find a home for them. So I'm definitely going to start utilizing those better. So yeah, I think that getting a shelf up there is going to be huge because I got a lot of stuff that I can't even display. A lot of shoes still in boxes. My suicidal tendencies skateboard, so a lot more blue stuff that I just have no room to display, and my shoes up there are not very well displayed. So, and then I'm like, well, how can I get to my shoes if I wanted to wear a pair of Concord 11s? If I leave this clean enough, and if I bring a tote or a crate, I can just use this as a walking surface to get up there. So that's another way another reason I should leave this kind of clean and just use it as an extension of my desk, if you will. Because then I can step up there to get a shoe that I want. So that would make it a lot easier to access my shoes. So these tables will hold. So, and then I've got these here from back in the day when this was a shoe room. I used to have these shelves all the way down and had my shoes on them. So I'm like, ooh, I'm going to get me a board that'll fit right on here that I could display something here. So I have a little bit of room there. That'll be kind of cool. Got my Pac-Man Ghost that reacts to the music. And now with the music right here next to it, because it's got a very short cord for USB, it really changes a bunch of different colors now that it's so close to the speaker. So that's kind of cool. Just another little vision. I like having a lot going on visually. I don't know. I've always just loved. I like when I'm working downstairs. Say, I like the wide open space, but I still love being visually stimulated. So, not just the clean lines. I like having a little just color pops, or everywhere you look, you're going to see something different. Like, oh, there's dragons back there, right? I'm not fully set up like that. I've kind of I put it off. But now that when I go through a box, I'm going through a box and I'm doing something with the item. So I've got, within boxes and storage, I've got a lot of personal stuff that I either wanted to hang or display or something. So when I come across that now, it's getting implemented. It's getting hung, it's getting displayed, or it's getting sold, one of the two. So having a nice wide open floor space is going to allow me to just start tacking on a bunch of different stuff everywhere. So the visual stimulation in this room will definitely grow. So that's exciting. Those cubes there are just more personal stuff to keep my desk clutter-free. So if it's something I'm going to lay on my desk, I throw it up there instead. So like medicines and toilet paper to blow my nose, candies I got for Valentine's Day, what have you, stapler, paper clips. So those are remaining that way. So they're going to stay that way no matter what. I'm just at a standstill because he's in my way. So I just got done cleaning all that out under there. My sub wasn't really hooked up, so I got it rehooked up. Got the volume turned up on it. Got everything vacuumed. Not everything. I see a big old dust bunny back there. Get that in a minute. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna find something to put on the speaker back there, along with that one. Sit on top of it. I found a pair of shoes I forgot I had. Not these Wheat 13s, but below it. I forgot I even got these. Speaking of Concord 11s, I got these beauties here with the gold highlight, the gold kick on them. Got that nice leather. That tumbled leather, it's called, I believe. So I forgot I even had these. Yeah, with the gold 23 on the back. So I think I'm gonna leave these out, and maybe I'll display them on that speaker right there, if it'll fit up underneath there. But then there's my 45 Concords, and then my low Concords. All my other ones I used to have over the years were all sold. So I had the one in the Jumpman pack, the Countdown pack, and I had 2 others, I believe. So I think I'm gonna put these up for sale. Not these, but the ones underneath here, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to wear them. Found a bunch of notebooks I'm gonna get to anyway. A bunch of old business notebooks with, remember I always say I got numbers written down in notebooks in front of me. Those were the notebooks I used to keep in front of me. So I found a bunch of those. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sell these. I bought them in the Smoky Mountains. Jan got a pair also at the clearance store. Plus I think they were 20% off. And I already sold hers because she didn't want to wear, they were just a little too tight for her, and they just didn't fit well. And I've got a wide foot, so they don't look like they're really set up for a wide foot. So I'm going to see what they're worth and see if they've gone up in value. And may just put them up for an inflated price in my store to bring in customers. So I like doing that on some stuff. Just inflate the price on some items that are, high dollar or nice sell-through rate, and use them as advertising for your store. Inflate the price. People will be like, why is this person got this priced at this? And they'll click into your store and then look in your store and start looking, and hey, maybe they buy something. It's all about getting that traffic to your store. And I think my Atari stuff is still in my store if it hasn't been taken down. I inflated the price on my Atari stuff just as one of those advertising piece to bring people in. So that's where I'm at. So I got my stapler out so I can get up to the ceiling and get some more stuff hung today also. I got some more Christmas lights I can start spreading around the room, because I like that ambiance of Christmas lights, as you can see right there. Big old Tomb Raider thing I found at the bins. Got the Nightmare Before Christmas. Of course, got the natives to this land kind of stuff print going on, and dream catchers. I'm only 4% native, but gotta rep it, right? Gotta know who your ancestors are and just feel it. Osage Indian, if you're wondering. Osage is lower Missouri over into Oklahoma area. Everybody wants to say that they're part Cherokee and stuff. Well, I got proof that I'm part Osage. So 23andMe, 3.7%. So not much, but my shoes all the way up there too. Forgot about. I'm just brainstorming while you're on camera, because when I do that, like I said before, I can come up with different ideas talking through things. And if I'm standing here talking to myself without the camera going, it may look like I'm crazy. As long as you don't answer yourself. Gotta get those straightened out. I love my 13s. 13s are my favorite shoe. Jordan 13s, followed by the 3s. There, and a couple pair there. Got more 13s over there with some 3s. Those are ones I've been wearing lately, so that's why they're there. So I got 13s favorite, 3s are my second, and 1s are my third favorite. You can see there. Everything else I have, I got just because I like the color, or it was cheap, or whatever the case may be. Like those were all Nike IDs. And I did them, you know, I like the band Halloween. As most of you have seen my Halloween thing. Well, I made those in color of Halloween. So like the one shoe you can see, I don't know if you can see there on the Kobe, it says hello, but it's hello. And the other one says ween on it. So Halloween. So I've got Halloween on all three of those sneakers. Got the Jordan Spizikes, got the LeBrons, and got the Kobe's. So Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, all in that colorway. Those LeBron right there with the black and white and the flower. I had 2 pairs of those made up, but I made them opposite and then split them up and made my own little packs, if you will. So, and I called them yin and yang. So it'll say yin and yang on them. And I've got the, like where it's black on this one, it's white on the other, and where it's white on this one, it's black on the other. So I made 2 pairs and then took a, you know, the right from the one and put it to the right of the other, or the left of the other. There they are right there. You can see a good layout of them there. So those are my, I made those with Nike ID. Those are my yin and yang LeBrons. Those 2 have never been worn. Those were the ones I wore. So wonder how much I could get out of that pair, since I never wore them. And they were Nike ID, so nobody else is going to have that colorway unless they just happen to make them on Nike a long time ago when they did them. So that's something I might be able to put up and put a big number on it, just to get traffic into my store also. So I might do that. So I love purple, so I got the purple and black 12s. Still, what I got left was some of my favorites. There was a lot of my favorites. You know, I've sold so many pairs of shoes. I had over 800 pairs in my personal collection. There's my second favorite foamposite, the Asteroid. I hope I'm able to get the Galaxies finally that are coming out this month. I've been wanting that one forever. Ever since 2012 when the hype all started. So the Galaxy would be my first pick. Asteroid is my second favorite. My third favorite would be the Dr. Doom foamposite with the black with the white check and highlights. And then my fourth favorite on the foam would be the Crimsons. They're like a silver and orange. And that is one shoe I do regret. And the Dr. Doom. Those are 2 shoes I do regret selling, because those were some favorites. So maybe what I'll do is, maybe some of these LeBrons, like the South Beach and this fuzzy one, maybe I'll sell them and buy back my Dr. Doom and my Crimson foamposites. Sell some of these that I haven't worn forever and that I'm probably not going to, that are not a huge staple favorite, but like my LeBron Arnold Palmers, I'll keep those because Adrian bought me those one year for Christmas or a birthday, something. And then I love 6 rings. So I got the 2 Nelly 6 rings right there. I'm just talking and thinking at the same time. I got some room here. I can put some stuff, hang some stuff. Whether I'm hanging, this was my comic of choice when I was a kid. I wasn't into superheroes. I was into Richie Rich. But I can hang some stuff underneath there, stickers or something. Baby girl's here. She's like, "Where's my spot?" You see her look over here. My bed's covered. What'd you do with my bed? She's been hanging out in the living room in that bed with her bones, with their bones. I got them these real hard bones, but they got a center filled with different flavorings. So they just sit there and lick the bones for hours, trying to get the flavoring out. They got one half done so far. But, all right, I think I'm done wasting your time if you're still here. See, I got a lot of white space up there I can fill with something. Gotta do something better with this. I might pull that down and rethink that. I might pull it down and use it, put it like right here to cover up a little bit of the window. Now somebody can spy on me. The neighbor can spy and see what I'm doing on the TV. Yep, that's it. All right, James, you're stalling. Get back to cleaning. All right. Well, that's it. That's what I'm doing. So, all right, we are done for now. This is stuff that's going to be worked on first to get it out of the way, along with this stuff. All right, so we've got all the boxes over here. I'm going to start when I have some cool stuff that, like, I wasn't going to sell that because it's kind of ripped up. So I taped it onto the box. When I get cool stuff to tape on these boxes, I'm going to make them more colorful. But, got the doggy bed, of course, with the car sheets and pillow and pillowcase. Got that. And of course, look where he lays, right where I need to stand. I made room bigger so he wouldn't be right up on me. But, so this is stuff that's drafted that needs pictures. So that's why it's right here by that. So this stuff will be drafted and just sat over here. So we got kind of when it comes in, it's just going to be plopped on this chair and or there. I got some stuff out there I got to go through. But that was stuff came up from downstairs that I still haven't gone through yet. So got a lot there. This is like my media recently that I need to get drafted. So I'm going to knock out all this and that first to get it out of the way. So drafted, throw it over here. PlayStation sign. I got, let's see. I've got the play sets for these. I got to get them out of the storage, sell them all together. They're like cowboy and Indians with a fort set, and I got all kinds of cool things. So I don't want to lose any of those. Couldn't get no shoes to sit up here, so I got Blues hats. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. So got a nice little flow for when doing the items. My Hello Kitty sneakers, my staple / Puma collab. All right. It's time to actually get some work done this weekend. All I've done was organize stuff. So I like it. I like it nice, airy, open, comfy, even with all the stuff that I have. So, all right, that's it for now. String of lights up there. All right. I think that's it. All right. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.